It's the hottest entertainment stories coming up right here, right now. This is Tea Time. Hello there, welcome to the program. It's a fantastic lineup this morning as we've got revelatory stuff, juicy stories, and high-flying drama. I'm Tokunbo Taiwo, and I'm here with the well-dressed, well-turned-out, and well-bred Elsie Godwin, and the well-informed, well-read, and well-meaning Ife Oshunkeye.
I'm well-dressed.
Why do you think you're well-dressed? I missed you yesterday.
Yeah, I missed you guys too, man. But you guys had fun without me, no?
We tried,
Nobody even gave me a shout-out. I'm beefing you people like,
sorry.
okay.
Like, the gap was this much because he couldn't get my, subtle sobs.
But you're looking really fly yesterday, man. You're in your
I'm not looking
Cinderella
fly
mode.
today.
No, yesterday was better.
Wow. Wow.
No shades. But yesterday was no. You look amazing, but yesterday was
If it's too
definitely
late now,
better.
you can't recover from your...
No, yesterday was better.
And I was missing him, imagine.
Exactly, and now too, I'm even trying to help you. It's like you're making it work.
You guys are getting it wrong, man. All days can't be the same now.
Okay, so I'm not beautiful today. It's fine.
No, yesterday.
Don't manage me like this.
No, that's
We'll be
the
fine.
whole pink thing going on with the
You see, that's why I call Ife well-meaning. He means well, but he's digging himself. What's new this morning?
Ife is always knowing what's new.
Oh, what's new this morning? Thank God the NLC strike has been called off.
Oh, so you didn't start today?
Yesterday was really
Was that the cause of that
crazy.
traffic?
Yeah, that was the cause of the traffic because all the filling stations were packed. I watched
people were panic buying.
post.
What did he say this time?
He was in a queue and he was like, why are Nigerians like this? Why do they overreact?
I mean...
My people, like, even people that are inside their Range Rover, they buy 232 naira fuel, but now people are carrying all the pots and kettles in their house. If I look at this, you don't stop. They say, look at this man, he's buying petrol in his pocket. I wanted to die.
Just like CCA, let me to be very funny.
Why the panic buying? I don't understand.
People just overreact like it was crazy. Even myself, I had to go and start.
Oh, so you were part of them?
I don't carry cash around, but they said banks were going to join in.
Wow.
I had to go to the ATM to withdraw.
Something
So
that
you
would
have
last
cash now, Ife?
You want cash?
Do you have cash?
I'll give you cash, then transfer to my account. I was like, okay, I don't know how long this will last, so let me just be on the safe side and all
The
that.
good thing is we have cash to spend today.
Yes,
We
perhaps.
do.
Yeah, we do. We do.
You guys probably going to be taking
I
us
have
to lunch.
hospital bills to pay.
Yeah.
I want us to move on to our first story, but
Okay.
before we do, I just want to quickly bring this in. Mac Miller apparently died of an overdose.
Oh, but we all knew that.
Yes, but it's
the corona
good.
just confirmed it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
so it's good that at least the corona actually confirmed it.
Yeah, but we all knew that. See, after his break with Ariana Grande, his drug use became
Increased.
more so.
Okay, moving on to our first story of the day. Kemi Oluloyo, who alleges Davido has an abandoned first baby, who's a spitting image of Imade. Yeah, is that, yeah? So,
Well.
First and foremost, Ife is tired of Kemi. I want to help you say it. I needed to say that for you.
But I haven't even said that.
to be honest with me, I am tired of Kemi as well. I'm like,
tired of
seriously.
Kemi.
So first of all,
Okay.
as much as I'm tired of Kemi, I just said, okay, let me go and look at this and see the splitting image of Imade. And do they really look alike?
I think they do
It's
to an extent.
So it's just their eyes that, I don't know.
Understand.
Maybe it's the complexion and the fact that about
Or maybe
the same.
because the child is sick, like she alleged. So maybe that's why she's not looking like. But I
It's
didn't
not
see
100% look alike, but there's some kind
It's
of
not
resemblance.
100% look alike, but the part that caught my eyes or my interest is the fact that they said
It's like they have the
need to
similar kind of eyes.
rerun the paternity test. Meaning it has been done before. And so if Davido is not taking responsibility, it's just because he feels this child is not
what I heard
mine.
about the paternity test, I don't know how true it is, but that the first one that they did, that Davido and his team actually paged the...
You know, that's a very strong allegation because it means somebody's job is
Let me
on the
tell
line.
you how Kemi Oluloyo broke this down. She said the first paternity test, after they tried reaching out to Davido, okay, okay, the story, let me take you guys back to how this whole thing started. It started in 2013 before Davido even became the
Davido we know right now.
Yeah, the Davido we know right now. He was in Ibadan. He went for Gbemi Adeyinka's the first concert, and then he met this girl. And then she said that the same night they met, they had something. And then he came back to Ibadan, and then they had something again.
Okay.
And then she called him that she was pregnant. And it was like, okay, keep it. And then he blocked her.
Okay.
So they tried reaching out to Davido and his team and everybody, and they were like, no, no, they tried reaching and they couldn't. So their lawyer wrote to, because I think the woman, the girl's mom, is the wife to a late professor, a renowned professor in Nigeria. Okay. So she has some levels, you get. So their lawyer reached out to Davido's father. That was when he responded, and he sent a car to come and pick them from Ibadan, brought them to Lagos, paid 65,000 naira each. As at that time, 65,000 naira. For each person, that's the mother, Davido, and the child. But when they got to the hospital, they only did the test for Davido and the daughter, and not the mother. Okay. And the father said he had paid for 3 people. So while they were leaving the girl out of curiosity, she said she opened the door. If your dad had paid for paternity test for 3 people, why was Davido handing the doctor a brown envelope filled with cash? So they feel it was altered, like Davido paid to bribe them to alter the DNA test. So now they want a private DNA test, their own doctor, their own everything.
But the thing is, if that happens, then Davido can say that's their own doctor that they've paid as well. So it's not going to be objective at the end of the day. So they need an impartial
So maybe they need my own doctor. They need to come to Plus TV Africa so that will help them do this. Because it's funny right now. I don't understand. And I feel like Davido's father is someone who understands family. I mean, we remember, I think the case of, so that was the only time he has ever said anything about his child. And I think he's very passionate about people from his family being one. So it's actually very important for him right now. So if there's an allegation of somebody bribing somebody, that's like a very serious allegation, because the doctor is going to lose his license. That's one. And I mean, I don't know how this is going to play out, but I think Kemi is onto something this time around. She's not just,
you know, when
she's not looking like the troublemaker right now.
No, when she was going in on Linda Ikeji, we all knew that, okay, they had personal beef. But I really don't understand why she's going in on Davido right now, because what's the personal beef?
No, it's not about personal beef. Kemi will always say she's a journalist. So if she picks up any debt, even if it's on Elsie Godwin, she will push it out, because that's what she does. So she doesn't have to have a personal beef with you before doing anything.
All right, guys, before we bring you our next story, let's quickly take a break. When we come back, we'll be bringing you a story on Daddy Freeze. Stay right here.
What we do not understand, we will stigmatize.
What you can see is the remaining of the tanker that exploded.
The suspect equally confessed.
A 500 naira they collect am.
If you no talk, then go beat you.
Now 2,500 they pay.
Welcome back. You're watching Tea Time on Plus TV Africa, and we're moving on to our next story, which is on Daddy Freeze, who says, I'm a true feminist. I'm not just a Chimamandian. So that's the latest on that. So
shots fired.
Shots fired, exactly.
What kind of shots?
At Chimamanda, of course.
I don't think that shot is at Chimamanda. It's supposed to be at people who follow everything she says.
That's such a shot. If you can't see it, Elsie, come on.
No, that's the way I see it, though, because Most
If he's
times
not
when you
firing
see
shots, he would not have
Chimamandas,
mentioned
when you see
Chimamanda.
Chimamandians, not her.
Chimamandian.
Yes, there's no S at the end.
Yeah, still, I think she's
Chimamandian.
directing it to people
It's
who
directing it
are following
straight to
everything she
Chimamanda.
says.
Yeah.
No, I
Say
don't
that,
think
look,
so.
this so-called Chimamanda that you guys are following,
Who
saying
is a
that-
so-called feminist?
who is a
She's not
so-called
a so-called feminist.
According
She's
to
a
him,
feminist.
based on him, that he likes her feminism, but he's
But do you
not.
know that Chimamanda contradicts herself a lot of times?
How do you mean?
She talks about chivalry today. Tomorrow she talks about how men should do this, how men should do that. So she contradicts herself sometimes. In as much as we know that she's trying to be a feminist, she's fighting for equality for women, but there are a lot of times that if you read between the lines, you would know that Chimamanda contradicts herself
Okay,
a
so
lot.
I'm not a What?
Chimamandian.
Chimamandian. I mean, I don't even know if I want to be called a feminist, but most
I'm a
of the
feminist,
time,
by the way.
Really?
Yes, I am.
Right. Most times when we
Black women
see...
would
Ife is a feminist, but you're not a Chimamandian.
I'm a radical
Are you a
feminist.
Chimamandian? Are
No,
you?
I'm not a Chimamandian. I don't contradict
Okay,
my
can I
feminism.
speak now?
Okay.
So most times when you see clips of Chimamanda's videos online, people cut out the parts that will suit or at least fuel their controversy and push it out there for conversation, for trends, and then, of course, we keep bashing Chimamanda. But if you go back to the full video, most times you realize that she's being taken out of context. True. So if you keep following that 1 minute or 2 minutes video you see online, you'll probably see her from a different angle. But if you take your time to see how the conversation got to where it is and what she's trying to explain for her to make whatever statement she's making in the video, then you will understand where she's coming from. I agree that there are so many things Chimamanda says that I do not agree with.
Yeah.
Yes, she's a human being. We don't expect her to be all perfect.
By the end
The
of the
only
day-
good thing is that she comes out very bold about it and says whatever she has to say.
Ife doesn't
But
feel-
the
I
good
would
thing
rather
is
call
that she
Chimamanda
starts
a Western realist.
conversations
That
that are
We haven't got
important.
time on this, but like I always say, it gets very interesting when we need to move on. But conclude so that we can move on. You were saying something.
All I'm trying to say is that the freeze is, in my own understanding, talking about those who are following everything she says, as long as Chimamanda says this. And these are the same set of people that won't find time to go back and watch the full interview, read the full article she puts out on her Facebook page.
Okay.
They just want to have
All
a
right.
conclusion and say, this is what she says, I'm going with it. So I think those are the people that the
Freeze is talking about. But Elsie, let me also just quickly say that regardless of what she's saying, this woman is getting awards for her vocal expressions.
Yeah,
Up next is this story on Two-Face Idibia, who says, "This is the happiest day of my life," as he screams and kisses Annie Idibia and his baby mama following their reconciliation. So I saw the video actually, and it was really, really very sweet, you know. And I can imagine a man who has 2 women in his life where they are, you know, they're always at each other's throats, and then for all of a sudden she comes back into the country and they kiss and make up. It was really very sweet, I thought.
P.S. Publicity stunt.
You think?
Well, I'm not thinking
Ife,
publicity
seriously,
stunt,
yeah.
but I'm thinking, let's watch this space.
Now, let me tell you why I said P.S. First of all, Quero, that's her name, right? She...
Sorry to cut you. Pero is the same woman Two-Face traveled to outside Nigeria to meet at a point where Annie was ranting on Instagram, right? It's the same woman.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, Quero has been going at Annie Idibia, saying that each time, what's it called, Two-Face has to see his kids, she's always giving her, sending text messages, saying negative things about the children and all of that. So there was this time that Annie said something about child abuse and how parenting and women that don't let their husbands see their kids with their other baby mamas and things like that. And Quero's sister came
Yeah, at Annie. Yeah.
Do you understand? So Annie is like, what Quero was trying to do is like, practice what you preach. You are saying, oh, they should allow people to do this, and then you are not letting Two-Face
see his
children. But Two-Face is cool with Sumbo, the other lady, and I think Annie is also cool with Sumbo. But you know, Gbemi has been there from the onset. Like, she's the first baby mama. And she has 3 children.
She's the first baby mama, but not the first woman in his life. I'm just saying, like, we're putting our facts out there, right?
Yeah, but
I'm just go on.
His first baby mama.
Yeah, his first baby mama, so maybe like the first woman that mattered to him for him to keep a child. For him to have 3, do you know what it takes to have 3 kids?
Look, right now, anybody can have a child for anybody right now. As long as you want to hold him down and you feel like you want to have a child, and maybe you think that child will make him marry you. But trust me, I don't want to say Gbemi is actually more important to him than Annie right now. I mean, if she is that important and has already had 3 children, he would rather marry her than coming back to marry Annie.
No.
But they've had not just 1 child, but 3 children. So
and you said
she's very important in his life.
This is somebody that he actually
I mean, all his baby mamas, of
kids.
course, has to be really important to him for him to have anything with them in the first place.
Okay, let's go back to let's go back to our Let's go back to our star boy. He has kids with like 2 other women.
Okay.
But are they that important to him?
No.
Why do you think they are not important to him?
Are you kidding?
Now you are contradicting yourself, because you are saying because he has 3 children with this woman.
As in 3 children with this
one, there are people that are in a terrible relationship and they keep popping out children. It doesn't. I'm not trying to say children are not important, but I'm sorry to say it doesn't mean anything.
No, come on, Elsie.
The fact is that you have a child,
if you have
and
a
that child
no, if you have
your
one, I can understand
part.
your point. But for a man to have a child more than once with another,
why did he
with the same
decide
woman,
to settle down with Annie and not with Gbemi?
That's his own choice. You can't blame it on the child.
It is still the choice we are trying to dissect right now.
My dreams.
Okay.
You take me where
are you going to with this song? I don't understand.
Where I'm going to with this song is that Annie was the girl, was the video vixen in that song. Annie supported him, his career, financially, industry-wise, everything, because she was an established
So you're saying he married Annie out of compensation?
No, not out of compensation. Out of the fact that this is
Annie
a woman that has been there.
Yes, she has proved.
But she's not as important as Gbemi. But she's not as important as...
Well,
I'm trying to get your point.
Did Gbemi actually prove? Did she stand by him throughout?
And then if you know the history of Gbemi, Gbemi was always going to Two-Face's concert to throw tantrums. She had anger management issues.
Annie also has the same issues.
No.
Annie closes down an airport because of... See, the fact that they don't bring this thing, I don't want to say things that it will look like, oh, what? The fact that you don't see these things, it wasn't public.
But Gbemi was always making us
not to make it public.
Go to the blog,
so if you think Gbemi is crazy,
let me just
Annie can be crazier.
Yeah, but let me say something though. Regardless of what is happening in their personal lives, I think Annie, as opposed to another woman, is actually handling the baby mama drama better.
That's what I think too.
Yes, but the way you're saying it now is
he
like...
is trying to come... I think he has not landed with his point anyway, because he was trying to talk about how it's a publicity stunt.
So, yes, I was trying to talk about how that was a publicity stunt, because, first of all, I think this was something that Two-Face put together, like, okay, you're in town, you know what, let's just end this thing with Annie and let's just be in the media.
Oh, come on, you can't persuade the 2 women like that now. No, one of them would not say no.
Reaction?
No, he has to persuade one, not 2.
Please, did you guys see? And then the person he had to persuade was Annie.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Because Gbemi wants to be in his life. Gbemi wants him to take care of her children. Gbemi wants to be known as a Two-Faced baby mama as much as Sumbo. Do you understand? So she wouldn't have a problem.
What, if you just mentioned a point here, and I was like, I think I actually didn't notice it as well. So how was her reaction? Because I was looking at Gbemi as opposed to Annie.
Annie's reaction was like, let's just get this over
and done with.
Do you get me? Like, and
you don't think it was the
ambulance?
ambulance?
I think if we're going from your angle, then I feel like Gbemi is just being that baby mama that has refused to let go and just sit in her position as the baby mama.
And did you see what she was wearing?
She needs to actually let go.
Was wearing a see-through like, I'm here to snag your
and see yourself as the baby mama that you are, and allow these people live their life. That's just it. I mean, I think like
Annie's reaction was like
Tokumbo said, Annie is doing. In fact, I don't want to see myself in that. You see people that use Two-Face and Annie to pray. I'm not praying that
kind of prayer in my life. Did you guys really think Two-Face was that happy? This is the happy. See the way he held them, because if he should release, Annie will walk away. He's like, you guys don't understand. Annie will walk away. He held them like, don't go. This is the happiest day of my life.
Okay, but
You might be really happy.
even if you have
Really.
a point, I don't think the reason will be for publicity.
No,
Because these are
I
three
mean,
people that
Two-Face does not need
he
this kind
doesn't
of
need publicity. And he
No.
doesn't need publicity.
They don't right now.
You know, perhaps, but not the two of them.
Just to make the whole baby drama and then the whole
Go outside or go
just go
Now, that's the
away.
funny part for me. You actually think this would stop Pero from being troublesome?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
Should I tell you why it
Why?
would? Because they already came out publicly to talk about their reconciliation. So if
Sweetheart,
she
this
says
is the
anything,
same
if
Pero.
she says anything
Okay.
otherwise,
This is the same Pero that can come out
then
and
people
tell
will
you
now
it was
tell you that,
staged.
oh,
Okay.
She's
Well,
the same person that can come out to
until
tell you,
well,
oh,
watch
this
this
was
space,
space,
staged,
like
it
you
was
always
not
say.
there.
Watch this space. So let's see if
Okay.
she says anything then.
But Annie,
Okay.
well done, huh?
All
You're
right.
trying.
Ife says we should watch this space.
Yeah.
Elsie says we should watch.
Well done to Annie.
Okay, time for another break. When we come back, it'll be time for some very interesting conversation on music and politics. Stay right here. It's where the big stories live. This is Plus TV Africa.
When I did it, I was full on, hands-on on the whole project.
So how did you deal with it? All of that negativity?
I got depressed, obviously. Duh. Haven't you heard?
I've got two of the hottest topics currently trending on social media. If you've seen the word Senate trending on Twitter, that's because the Nigerian police force has gone Trump style.
I haven't shared this with anyone, but I reckon I get about like 100 people asking for help a day. That's a fact. I can prove that.
Welcome back. You're tuned to Plus TV Africa, where the big stories live. And you're watching Tea Time, which brings you the really big entertainment stories. Our next story is on Brimo, who says you're a thief if you dump music for politics. If I let me come to you, do you think...
Do you agree with him?
No.
Thank you.
Okay, so...
So, first, his point was...
No, before you even talk about his points, do you think he's right?
No,
He's
she already asked. She said, do you agree with him? I said no.
Okay.
All right, so his point was there are a lot of problems in the entertainment industry that you can solve. But how can you solve it with your music? I like the fact that he made reference to the great Fela Anikulapo Kuti, saying that then our parents used to tell us, don't listen to Fela. The government would tell you, don't go to Kalakuta and things like that. Then when he died, he became a legend. He became the voice of the people. He said a lot of things that are happening right now in his music back then. So Fela never dabbled into politics. You understand? But he was always talking.
He was very vocal about
things that were going. He never supported any political party or anything like that. So if Brimo is coming out to tell us that, look, as musicians, do not let us support political parties. Let's use our platform for advocacy to talk about societal issues. But saying that if you go into politics, you're a thief, then no, that is...
It's so wrong.
Yeah, that is so wrong because, look, if you really want to solve problems in the music industry, in the entertainment industry, then the political sector is the best place to go into because you can pass bills, you can pass policies that would help the entertainment industry and the music industry. So that's a better platform for you if you are a politician.
Let's hear from Elsie because she's been very quiet. Who knows what she's going to swing for?
This is what I will say, yeah. I respect Brimo. I mean, he's an artist that knows his art well. But like I always say, nobody's perfect. And sometimes you expect people to say things that sometimes when you speak to them about it, they realize that, oh, I shouldn't have said this. You know, I have to take it back. And I think that's the situation Brimo is in right now. I think that statement is really petty and not deep enough. Because, I mean, we all know what we want to do with our life. Sometimes we don't even know. We just continue following that journey and progression until you find yourself in a certain place and you realize, I have a purpose here. I can do something here. You can't say because I'm a musician today, I cannot go into politics.
Exactly.
And we've been preaching this, or a lot of people have been saying this, that for us to be able to even change the politicking in Nigeria right now, we have to be involved one way or the other. You cannot sit back and say, oh,
because I'm in music.
79-year-old, 85-year-old people are ruling us. You are not joining, you're not being involved from the grassroots, from the party. You're not doing anything, but you keep complaining and saying, oh, we need younger people. Are they going to mold younger people and put in there? Now, if we have an artist or a musician that is knowledgeable, that is interested in politics and sees that I can do this to better this particular people, they don't necessarily need to come out to become governors and president. There are so many positions they can start from.
Exactly.
And if they have that position and they know they can use it well too, I mean, change starts from somewhere. It's not going to be overnight. It starts from you and me. You know, so I think he didn't think that through, and I want to believe that right now he's probably looking at it and understanding that he made the wrong call. Because you cannot say they are thieves because they want to move up. It's trust me, politicking is a career too.
Yeah,
it's not just because you're a businessman or a musician or you're whatever you are. Politics is business. It is a career. There are people that have sat down, they are reading politics in school, and they say, I want to become the president of Nigeria at this age. I want to become the governor of this state at this age. It is a career. And sometimes our careers evolve. So if I'm a TV presenter today and tomorrow I say, I want to run, I mean, I have all the whole right to do it as long as I'm qualified for it.
I don't even know how it works, but being a politician, does it stop me from being a musician?
It doesn't. We have Desmond Elliott in it.
We have the South African guy. The South African, there was one South African guy that was, not South Africa, in one of these African countries where he's an MP, and then he was also sent to prison, you know, and he was a musician. I've just for the life of me forgotten his name, but he was in politics and he was in the news for a long time, and he was also doing both as well, music and politics.
I mean, so was it this week or last week we spoke about Akon wanting to run for president. We have Kanye West, although, yeah, we have the whole clause around him. But, I mean, these people see things that they can be useful for. They think that they have that crowd, they have the voice, they have the potential to bring the right people on the table. So you cannot say because I'm a musician and then we have problem in the entertainment industry, I should focus on that problem and not move up with my life. I can move up and still impact my society.
All right, let's be fair in our, analysis. Let's just say, do we not think by any chance that Brimo actually has an element of truth that some people may be wanting to go into, who have been in politics, who have been in music that want to go into politics, but they're going there to embezzle?
Well, you don't even have to be a musician for you to have that motive, right? Even a normal guy that wants to become...
Even a so-called politician, because so you say, let us leave it to the politicians.
Your motive is not the point right now. The point is that anybody can be whoever they want to be. So if your motive is to go there to embezzle money, I pray EFCC meets you and give you your size, or is it ICPC, whatever, anybody that would deal with you. But all I'm saying is, whether you're a musician, you're an artist, you're an actor, whatever area you are in, there is place for you in politics.
All right, we're out of time, so we're going to wrap up right here, right now, but we're back later this afternoon for all of the latest entertainment news. Before we go, allow me to quickly thank my co-anchors, Elsie Godwin and Ife Oshunkeye, for their contribution on the program, not forgetting the production team as well, including our stylists operating under Kudis Empire. I'm Tokumbo Taiwo, and from all of us here, have a good morning.